someone just threw a Molotov cocktail at the helm of the most powerful man in AI, and it happened days after one of the most explosive investigative articles ever published about him. The man's name is Sam Altman. He runs OpenAI. He might be building technology that changes the world forever. And according to the people closest to him, he cannot be trusted. This week, things got real. Welcome back. Today we're breaking down the bombshell New Yorker investigation into Sam Altman, written by Ronan Farrow, the journalist who took down Harvey Weinstein. What he found about the man building our AI future is deeply unsettling. First, why should you care who wrote this?
Sam Altman may control our future. Can he be trusted? New interviews and closely guarded documents shed light on the persistent doubts about the head of OpenAI for many within the company and elsewhere. Ronan Farrow joins us now. He shares the byline with Andrew Marantz. Ronan, thank you so much.
Ronan Farrow is the investigative reporter who exposed Harvey Weinstein's sexual misconduct back in 2017, reporting that helped ignite the global #MeToo movement and reshaped how institutions handle power and accountability.
Reason that Sam Altman was fired has been insufficiently exposed and explored. We talk about a legal investigation that sort of cleared him to continue at the company, but it was all kept out of writing.
Now he's pointed that same laser focus at a different kind of power. And this time, the stakes might be even higher. The global economy is dependent on AI. It's being deployed in war zones, used for domestic surveillance, and increasingly integrated into our medical and financial sectors.
Is increasingly becoming consolidated in the hands of really powerful tycoons and businesses with, specialized interests that make the environments they acquire ultimately inhospitable to this kind of accountability reporting.
And the man steering all of it? People who know him are using one word over and over again. Sociopath.
Is a persistent pattern of colleagues earlier in Sam Altman's career and around this situation at OpenAI, saying again and again that he was saying conflicting things to different people, sometimes on serious things, like he'd, tell board members that features of a model that could potentially be dangerous had been tested, and then they go out and look, they hadn't been. And sometimes it's just interpersonal stuff, like you mentioned, the Amadeus.
The piece is called Sam Altman May Control Our Future. Can he be trusted? Farrow and co-author Andrew Marantz spoke to 100 people with first-hand knowledge of how Altman conducts business, current and former OpenAI employees, board members, executives, on his character. Some former colleagues described him as having a consistent pattern of lying. Others called him a pathological liar, while multiple sources unprompted used the term sociopath. One anonymous board member laid it out like this. He has two traits almost never seen in the same person: a strong desire to please and be liked in any given interaction, and an almost sociopathic lack of concern for the consequences of deceiving someone. On his business conduct, multiple senior executives at Microsoft, a company that has invested billions in OpenAI, said the relationship with Altman has become strained. One said he has misrepresented, distorted, renegotiated, reneged on agreements. Another went so far as to say there's a small but real chance he could be remembered as a Bernie Madoff or Sam Bankman, Fried-level scammer. On AI safety, this is the scary part. Internal messages show executives and board members came to believe that Altman's omissions and deceptions might have had real ramifications for the safety of OpenAI's products. In December 2022, Altman told board members that certain features in GPT-4 had been approved by a safety panel. When board member and AI policy expert Helen Tona requested documentation, she found the most controversial features had not been approved. On top of that, Altman had never mentioned to the board that Microsoft had released an early version of ChatGPT in India without completing a required safety review. Breitbart. So, to be clear, the man who keeps going on TV saying, "We take safety so seriously," was apparently hiding safety failures from his own board.
Joins me now, Ronan. This is a must read. I'm so grateful that you put the work in, that you did this piece. The subtitle is Sam Altman May Control Our Future. Can he be trusted? You didn't just interview Altman. You interviewed colleagues, ex-colleagues, board members. You even interviewed someone close to him who said, I'm not sure Sam Altman is the person you want to have his finger on the button.
Farrow's reporting zeroes in on a turbulent stretch beginning in late 2023. when Altman was abruptly ousted as CEO by OpenAI's board, who cited a lack of candor in its communications with him. The move set off days of chaos. Roughly 95% of OpenAI employees signed a letter demanding his return. And Microsoft signaled support for the embattled CEO. He was reinstated within days. The board members who fired him? Oh, gone. One former board member described Altman as someone who believes the shifting realities of his sales pitches, as he's saying them, suggesting something more complex than straightforward. Dishonesty, a leader whose narrative may evolve in real time. Now here's where it gets truly insane, and this just happened this week. Early Friday morning, someone allegedly threw a Molotov cocktail at Altman's San Francisco home. No one was hurt. A suspect was later arrested at OpenAI headquarters, where he was threatening to burn the building down. The suspect was a 20-year-old man. Altman posted a lengthy statement in response, writing that he was awake in the middle of the night and pissed, saying he had underestimated the power of words and narratives. To be absolutely clear, violence is never the answer, and attacking someone's home is inexcusable. Full stop. The fact that this happened days after the article published tells you something about the level of anxiety and anger surrounding AI right now. In his statement, Altman acknowledged that the fear and anxiety about AI is justified, and that the industry is in the process of witnessing the largest change to society in a long time, and perhaps ever. He admitted to being conflict-averse, which he said has caused great pain for him and OpenAI, and said he is sorry to people I've hurt. He also compared AI development to The Lord of the Rings, calling the race to build AGI a ring of power dynamic that makes people do crazy things. His solution? Nobody should control it. Share the technology broadly. Okay, Sam, so here's what we're really asking. Does it matter if the person building the most powerful technology in human history is, according to over 100 people who worked with him, someone who cannot be trusted? Farrow argues the real story isn't just about one executive. It's about what happens when transformative technology, enormous financial incentives, and limited oversight collide. Think about that. No guardrails, no accountability. And a man at the top, who, by multiple accounts, will say whatever is convenient. That's not just a corporate governance problem. That's a civilization-level risk. Look, Sam Altman has not been criminally charged with anything. He denies many of these characterizations, and some of the sources are anonymous. Take all of this with appropriate skepticism. But Ronan Farrow doesn't write hit pieces. He writes history-making investigations. And the fact that over 100 people are telling the same story should make all of us pay attention. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you trust Sam Altman? Do you trust AI? Let's talk. Like and subscribe if you want more deep dives like this. I'll see you in the next one.